here we go. We have literally 15 minutes until I'm off to my next thing. So I'm so glad if you're jumping on live, and as you jump on, just let me know where you're tuning in from. I wanted to talk a little bit about like really basic fun spring eyeshadow looks for you, but I thought I would hurry and do just like a quick makeup look. I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about the new shades of the season coming up. So these will be like available for the next 3 months, starting on the 7th. So keep that in mind. But I wanted to just do a really quick makeup look. I thought today would be a really good example of me without a tan and needing a tan because it's snowing here in Utah. It's snowing again. I'm like so done with it. But let's say you're like me and really pale right now and you want a little bit more of a glow before you go in and add your cream makeup. You can take your bronzer and just go all over your face. This is Tan Lines. It's like, this is my light bronzer for when, during the winter. During the summer, I flip over my compact and I go into Bella. So, you're awesome. Thanks for being here. My daughter just told me she's going to be on her way with the grandbabies today. And so I'm like, oh, I got to do my Thursday live video. I look terrible, like my hair has had more dry shampoo put in it than... So anyway, so just take your bronzer, especially if you have really uneven skin. You can go in and just add a bronzer all over. I should have put this on first, but I didn't. Let's put some on anyway. You guys, this primer is sticky, okay? It is like the tackiest primer, but I'm telling you, especially on like my chin where I have texture, on my nose where my pores are a little bit larger, you can tap it on. And so I was using this one, and this one is we're done with that. This is where it's at if you have mature skin. So I have it linked in my stories, but just know you can always go to my Amazon shop, Amazon storefront, not shop, Amazon storefront, and get any of my favorites there as well. So I'm going to go into my contour, and I usually do my cheek first. Like, you can literally start at the top of your forehead first and work your way down. But I want you guys to see how fast and easy this is, because if you're like me and are just kind of like on the go, and yet maybe you just need just a little bit of coverage, or maybe you want makeup for when you've got special occasions. Oh, you guys are buying badges. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're so nice. Thank you. That is always it just makes me feel so happy and so glad that you find my tips valuable, whether or not you use the makeup or not. So we're going to kind of hide the double chin. I'm working on getting myself back in shape again, and I'm feeling so much better that I actually feel like I want to work out, which is completely new. I haven't felt this way in 12 years. So a couple of things that I have done that I feel good. Yes, I drink my happy juice. And if you don't know what that is, it's a supplement that just helps balance out your cortisol levels, helps your belly to feel better so that your brain and your belly work better together. And so I'm feeling better with that, but I'm also getting off a bunch of medication. And I think that that is also helping me feel so much better. And like, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of like all the pharmaceuticals. I'm like ready to live a little bit more of a natural life because I have depended on a lot of medication for quite a while. And so I'm just kind of being smart and weaning myself off of the medication with my doctor, obviously. Oh my gosh, Lisa, thank you. Thank you for buying another badge. You guys are so sweet. So sweet. So I've got really, really light coverage. I wanted to spend more time with you on like eyeshadow than I do on this, but I feel like I can't teach eyeshadow unless I have like somewhat of my makeup done. So underneath my eyes here, you guys, I don't have anything there right now. Let's just do a little demi, shall we? Should we do a little demi under the eye first? And I kind of show you the magic super quick, because just because demi is a little more detailed doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to take more time, if that makes sense. It just means that you're being super targeted with where you're putting the products, and you're using color science. So I'm using like these ones here, using color science to kind of decrease the contrast in color. Okay. So think of demi that way. It's like when you've got like these dark things and if you take and put one solid color all over it, sometimes you don't quite get that covered. It just looks like it's kind of covered with makeup. When you're dealing with demi color correctors like this, it actually will take away that contrast in color. So I'm going to take a little bit of this Y01. I call it kind of creamsicle color. And I'm just going to start to work in to the under eye. I like Y01. You saw me put it here on my eyes where I have a lot of redness. So if you have like, sometimes my nose will be extra red, and I'll just take a really light brush and put that all over. It's super pigmented. So you think the tins are so small for what you get, but like I've been using it now for over 2 years, and I don't think I've gone through a full tin yet. So keep that in mind. I'm going to go into this one, which is 01. So it's just an orange, and I'm going to go in and kind of start working some of these areas where there is blue. Because if we're talking about demi, we're talking about color science. And so therefore you're trying to find the color opposite the color wheel, if that makes sense. So I don't have one sitting here, but like when you order your demi shades, they will come with like a little sticker that you can put on here that shows the color wheel, which is kind of fun. Let's fix this up where my glasses go real quick. I'm going to go into this color right here. It's called 03. And I'm just going to kind of erase that away. It's not all the way. That's a big area. With demi, you're not just going to get like one color and cover everything, because everything is different shades. Like this in here is a different shade. So I need like a little bit different color. I'm just going to take a little bit of that 03. Kind of start to brighten that up. Because I don't have anything under most of my eye. I've just lightened the few areas that are dark. And when you do that, everything else brightens up. So don't think that with demi, you've got to cover everything back up again. You don't. And until you see it on your face, you won't necessarily understand the magic of what demi can do. Let's do, I have 2 brushes that I use regularly when I do my demi. I just cleaned them, so like this one right here, it's called the spot brush. It's really small and pointed. You can also use just like an art brush, if you have an art brush. And I'm going to work, let's zoom in. So I'm not sure if you can see these right here. See how they're darker? That's where I'm going to be placing one of these, okay? And when I look at that, I know that they're a little bit brown, so that means they're green, because brown is green. I don't know. It's the thing. And then because they're dark, they have got some blue in it. So I know I'm going to need something with orange and pink. So I go back here into my compact and I say, okay, this one's pink. I know it has a little orange in it. I can actually dip just a little bit in each. And I'm just going to touch right on those spots, okay? And I'm just gonna flip the brush over because I got too much product and lightly tap it out. With Demi, you're hardly, like you guys saw how much I picked up, and now I'm just gonna be kind of going over some of the areas that I know have some dirty brown looking, so I know that it's green, okay? Let's come over here to this side. And you'll learn kind of like what works best on your skin. Because my skin base color is going to be different than your skin. But I will say they do have a couple of collections that come like with a 6-pack like this. And I'm telling you, it's worth it if you have like acne, if you have age spots, anything like that, you will be shocked at how good these work. Especially if you don't like to wear a lot of makeup. Let's see. So this area right in here, I did some orange on that, but it's still it looks kind of green. Can you guys see that? See how it looks kind of green and shadowy? So I'm actually going to go in and take a little bit of this pink right here. And I mean, we're talking very light wisp on this. You see it start to go away? I know, it's wild. I'm telling you. But if you try and swipe Demi all over, I promise you, you will not be happy. Demi takes a little bit more patience. Doesn't that look better? Let's do some over here. If you put it on and it goes like really gray in color, just know that you need to go a little warmer with your Demi corrector. So if you're using a pink on an area that you think is green, and you put it on and it goes kind of gray or white, that needs to be a little bit warmer. And then maybe you've gone a little bit too light in saturation. So instead of using 01, you can go to 03. I'm gonna take and kind of lighten up this right here. Did you see that disappear? Okay, let's take a look at my eyelids. I'm going to take a little bit of 03 and just kind of lightly dust over the area. This is called toning. This just helps balance everything out. And then I'm going to go into some eyeshadows for you guys, because I wanted to show you a really cool eyeshadow technique that I think you'll love it. Okay. First, let's put some blush on. So I was talking about these. Let me swatch them for you. So how do you purchase? You just can send me a message and I will send you all the information. I help you choose colors that will work for you, whether or not you want to do Demi or you want to do the full-size creams. And you can build your own compact. This one here is ginormous compact. You don't have to have a compact that big. You can get a compact that's smaller like this and have your creams here and your eyeshadows here. And so everything is customizable. It's pretty freaking awesome. Okay, so Rosewood is one that's coming, and it'll be available on the 7th. It's kind of a deep color, kind of a deep orangey shade. It's more matte. And then you've got Pink Lemonade. Get some on my finger. This is Pink Lemonade. Okay. It reminds me quite a bit of kind of like Baby Watermelon. Hey, from New Zealand. And then the one that I think everybody is going to want is this one right here. It's called Maui. Let's put it on my lips. I'm going to put this one on my cheeks too. But let me swatch it for you. It is more of a gloss than it is matte. See that? How stinking pretty is that? Let's put it on my cheeks. This color is actually available to artists. So if you're an artist watching, they are available right now. I like to bring the color up on my forehead a little bit. Maui. It's going to be one that you guys are going to want. So those are the shades that I have. Now there's 2 new shades that I don't have yet, and I'm getting on to order those as well. But yeah, super excited about that. Okay, let's talk eyeshadow real quick. So eyeshadow, I know Maui is so good. It's like the perfect summer shade. So I'm going to go into, I'm going to dip into my lower part of my compact here. And I'm actually going to go in and just take this color right here. It's called Vanilla Dust. And just make sure that my eyelid isn't greasy from all of my skincare. Because I'm like a skincare junkie right now. Okay. Now, when you're putting together your eyeshadow compact and you maybe are starting to really build something basic, I suggest everybody have Cupcake. Cupcake it looks very much like Vanilla Dust, but this one will actually give color. So it will kind of, you can use it to brighten if you don't want any shimmer. I like it. My daughter's here. Brace yourself. My grandson's going to come barreling through the door. Can you guys hear me still? I know sometimes it kicks my sound off. Okay. I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Chai. It's a great, okay, good. It's a great, really soft transition shade. Hold your brush upwards like this, okay? Especially, hey. It's Ashley. It's Ashley. And then lightly hit on that, kind of this hood that comes down. Because as we get older, this starts to come down, right? So you're going to want to lift that brush up this way. And then slowly start to build that color up. Make sure you bring that color up high enough. See how that makes this not look quite as big as that? You can put this color all over your whole eyelid if you want, but hang on, I gotta shut the door. Because her dog's gonna come barreling in here. So, basic 2-color. So good to build off Cupcake and Chai. So I will recommend those a lot to somebody if they have like mature skin. And then you can go in and add something with a little bit more depth, okay? I'm actually going to go into this shade right here. And just kind of softly diffuse that into that chai color. This is called Claire. I'm going to bring a little bit of Claire underneath. See how it's kind of a pink, but it's like a matte warm pink. Okay. Then I'm going to take and go in with something a little darker. So let's go in with this one right here. This is Sedona. And I'm going to kind of put it in like a V. See that? So don't think eyeshadow is going to be super difficult. It's really about just kind of building off the correct shades. And if you're older, switch from maybe something that's like really cool, like gray and like cool purple, to something a little warmer. I promise you, you will love it so much more. And then I like to take a little shimmer on my finger like this. And just tap it on my eyelid. Because that's a basic 4-color eyeshadow look that anybody can do. And if you want help building your own like little custom compact like this, let me know. I have just a quick form you can fill out. And yeah, what do you think? Think you can do some eyeshadow? I think you can. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.